Now here's where things get a little bit deeper, because part of me thinks that Jim Jones ain't just speaking from the heart. He's speaking for somebody else. Let's be real, Jim Jones and Jay-Z are tight. They've been cool for a minute now, especially after Jim Jones signed that deal with Roc Nation Management. And ever since then, Jim Jones been real vocal in defending Jay-Z and quietly taking shots at some of Jay-Z's rivals. And who's Jay-Z's biggest rival of all time? Nas. That battle still lives in the DNA of hip-hop. Ether versus Takeover is still debated in barbershops to this day. So when Jim Jones starts saying things like Nas ain't really had that type of influence, or that he'll run laps around him lyrically, I gotta ask, is this really about Nas? Or is this Jay-Z's old beef rearing its head again? Now you notice how Jim Jones never says nothing crazy about Jay-Z, right? I'm talking about never. He won't even critique Jay-Z's worst album. But when it comes to Styles P, Nas, or even Jadakiss, all of a sudden, Jim Jones feeling himself like he's the greatest rapper alive. Y'all don't think that's strategic? Jay-Z ain't dumb. He's too big now to diss Nas directly, but that don't mean he forgot. What better way to downplay a legend than to let somebody else do the dirty work for you? Somebody who's hungry, visible, and down to bark for the team. I'm not saying Jay-Z told Jim Jones to do this, but I am saying the connection is hard to ignore. And when Jim Jones starts talking about Nas like he ain't important, it feels less like a rap opinion and more like an agenda. Especially when the same man bigs up Jay-Z every chance he gets. What Jim Jones needs to understand is Nas ain't his enemy. They're not even from the same lane. Nas is cerebral. He paints pictures. Jim Jones is gritty, fly talk, street energy. Now they're both dope, but they're not equals at all. And trying to elevate yourself by tearing somebody else down, that's weak energy. If anything, Jim Jones should be learning from Nas how to age gracefully in hip hop, how to drop consistent albums, and how to evolve past the trends. But instead, he's out here playing attack dog for a grudge that don't even involve him. That's real messy.